everyone, it's Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts. I hope you had a lovely holiday. I did. And I hope you have a happy new year. I'm going to show you how to make this super easy and still stunning card today. And we're going to start with the big shot. We're going to start with the butterflies. So I'm using the Beauty Abounds bundle for this card, and that comes with the Beauty Abounds stamp set and the detailed butterfly thinlits. These are cool. They have this big one and then this overlay one, so you can make gorgeous multicolored butterflies. It's really cool. You have an online class going in January for this bundle. I will put the link to the class in the description, and you can read all the details there and register using the link. And that's January 3rd through 31st. We're going to start with the big shot. I have a piece of basic black cardstock that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this is the bigger butterfly die, and we're going to go ahead and cut that out. It's actually easy to cut out. It's not a really fussy die. So I like to run it through once vertically and then once horizontally, well, twice, once back and forth. I just think that when you run it through either that way or kind of slanted, you get better die cuts. This will come out of the die pretty easily, but to get all the little bits out, I really like the die brush. You could use your pokey tool, or if you have the picker-upper tool, what is it called? Pick-me-up tool. Yeah, so it all comes out really easily. I just like the die brush because it gets it done faster. Okay, all my pokey bits are out, and I have a piece of vellum. This is gorgeous vellum. It's petal pink and, you know, plain vellum. This is from the Floral Romance paper, and we're just going to stick that right on there, and we're going to stick it on with dimensionals. Okay, so the only fussy part of this card is the dimensionals, getting all of those on. But one, you don't have to put as many dimensionals on as I do. Y'all know I love my dimensionals. And two, you can always not put on dimensionals at all and just use glue to glue it down, or use the multi-purpose adhesive sheet, which is what I recommend with these. Mystic one more right there. Okay, so then you're going to put this down on the vellum. I don't know where that came from. You're going to put this down on the vellum before you put the vellum onto the card, and I'll show you why. It's a fun little how to adhere vellum trick. And so that's done, and then I have, and that piece of vellum was the same size. It was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I have a whisper white card base, a thick whisper white. Always use the thick for your card bases. 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. And so now I've just got liquid glue, and I've turned it over to the other side because then you can see what parts are not going to be seen looking at it from the front of the card, and you can get quite a lot of glue on there. Just go in thin lines so it doesn't spread out and show, and then just kind of do it on the parts that have dimensionals or have little thicker butterfly centers. So that's how we're going to adhere it to the card. You could also use glue dots or tear and tape, but really just putting it on by turning it over and looking at the all the blocked spots, then you can kind of see where is safe to put the liquid glue. So now I've got some stamping to do. I have Smoky Slate ink, and this is a Hello stamp from the stamp set that I'm using. And I just have, you know, one of these well-loved pieces of Whisper White. We'll go right there. I'm gonna punch it out, so I need to clear that area. And I have a 1-inch circle punch for punching. And I had to find my punch because it was already gone. So I'm just gonna punch that out right where I can see it. And then I'm gonna stick 2 dimensionals, 2 little baby dimensionals, mini dimensionals, right here to the left of our big butterfly, and I'm going to stick the thing directly on there. That way I don't have to worry about where my dimensionals are overlapping. I do have to worry about where I stuck my sentiment. I don't have to worry about the dimensionals overlapping with the butterfly. I can just stick it right there and press it down, and then that's ready. And then I have the Petal Pink rhinestones. And this is actually the first time I've used them as petal pink because I usually color them, because you can color these with blends and they color really nicely. And just stick them on right there. And I like that formation, so I'm going to stick those down. Yeah, they color really nicely with the blends, so I'm always coloring them. And then I'm just coming in here and I'm going to paint all these butterflies with Wink of Stella. And you could also do this with the Champagne Mist shimmer paint, because it would look pretty much like this. Really lovely. The shimmer paint might take a little bit longer to dry, but you could use a paintbrush to do that, or you could use a sponge to sponge it on. But if you do it that way, I would say do that before you add the butterflies to the card, and make sure it's nice and dry before you add it to the card. And there's our card front done with these beautiful shimmery butterflies. It was really fast, really easy to do. And now I'm just going to stamp a little butterfly on the inside. I actually don't own a Petal Pink ink pad yet, I realized. I think that's the last one I don't have, because we had so many new colors this year. And because I finally got Highland Heather. So I'm using my Petal Pink Stampin' Right marker, because you can color your stamps with those and then stamp with them. The only thing you need to do is huff on the whole thing before you stamp in case any of it has dried. So I'm just going to stamp the little butterfly right there on the corner on the inside, and then we're done. So make sure you check out the links at the bottom of the YouTube video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the supplies I used are linked below, and everything will be on sale January 3rd, and that Beauty Abounds online class also starts January 3rd, but you can register now. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.